Yeah, exactly. So thank you everybody for joining us. That's right. It's another episode of Cardboard Conversation. So cheer, cheer. Hey, hey.
Yo, what's up, everybody? Oh, there's a Matthew. It's a wild Matthew sighting.
Right on time, never late.
So I'll just get right into to my background here. Yes, that is me. And you can find me on the brand new released EverQuest Time Locked Progression server, otherwise known as TLPs. This one is called Fang Breaker, I think is what it's called. And I don't know, maybe you zoom out back a little bit. You can see, indeed, I am in game as MTG Gaming Bob.
Oh, there you go.
I am an enchanter, the best class in the game, and you can look me up.
For it. Yeah.
What's that?
EverQuest?
This is EverQuest, the OG EverQuest.
I don't think I've ever played EverQuest. I guess you could call it NeverQuest.
I think they just celebrated their 26th year.
Good Lord, that's a long time.
It is the old. Well, I mean, I guess if you consider Ultima Online, that might be the oldest running MMO. But otherwise, this was the progenitor of World of Warcraft and all the others. Just kind of templated.
That's what I thought it was when I saw that little dude on your shoulder there. I figured that was a World of Warcraft thing, but
no.
I
World of
Warcraft
really
super hard. I did not like it.
What's that?
I said I bounced off EverQuest super hard. I played it for like 2 hours. I'm like, this game is horrible, and I stopped.
Well, I was
just World of Warcraft though, so I don't know.
I was thinking about you when I was playing. I'm like, so to give you the idea of what the gameplay is like, it is 100% the opposite of all the current dopamine hit, super exciting, super fast, just smash everything. And spin the loot wheels.
So instead of killing 100 mobs a minute, it's killing one mob
every
2 minutes, and it takes 5 people to do it.
Well, that's
woo! That sounds great.
Well, but sometimes you need to slow down.
Type of game.
You know, you don't always just want to rush through the nice things in life. This is what I'm saying. You know, like kind of like sex. Who wants to be a 2-pump chump? You know, how about we make it last for a while.
Wait a minute, it's a race, right? Like whoever gets their first win.
No, it's not a race.
Whoever finishes first wins.
It's about
I've always won.
It's about enjoying the journey. So yeah, this is a game that's not going to be a super fast-paced dodge, dip, dive, duck, and dodge, roll, punch.
So you're telling me there's no active dodge button?
40 mobs.
You don't have to press control.
Like it's 100% the opposite of like Path of Exile 2, where it's just spam, 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 kill everything on the screen, 100 mobs all gone once every 2 seconds, and then 100 more spawn. It's like, no.
Hey, I mean, teach their own, right? You know,
What's
even
that?
As far as the type of games I play, sometimes there's a huge variety in the experiences. Sometimes it's, real fast, 100%, and then other times it's take it real slow, satisfactory speed is all you need.
Yeah.
Other times it's, play a game on like 5x. Shit, there was one game where I actually left community feedback about them increasing the top maximized speed. I hit plus so many times, and those little villagers just don't skirt their ass quick enough.
What I find with the super fast, high speed dopamine hit style games is that once you achieve a goal, whatever it is you're trying to do, the game becomes boring. Give me the next game that's going to do this.
Yeah, then you just move on to the next one.
No, see, that's what I like about this is that because you run out of games. They can't make good games.
I don't know, man.
There's a lot of good games out right now.
No, they're all copycats of each other, and it's like, oh god, let me just play the same game with a different skin.
No, I love the Storm Ranger. That game is a copycat. Holy, but it looks good. I don't know.
All I'm saying is that this is a tried and true. It's been around for 26 years, still going. It was so good, the concept and the idea that other games like World of Warcraft copied it.
Yeah, but Bernie Sanders has been around for like 82 years, and he's just a surly old prick.
Okay. Well, I'm a surly old prick. Anyways, if you want to hook up in game, you got my credentials there. You just do /tel MTG Gaming Bob on the Fang Breaker server, and if I'm on, we'll do something.
You say it's still going, but in the last 24 hours, 571 people have played it. So
oh no, No.
Well, maybe one of those 570 other people want to join Bob online.
I mean, I'm looking at the Steam charts right now, unless it's not the
You
not
don't log
the
in via
official
Steam.
game.
You don't log in via Steam.
Well, there apparently is a way to log in via Steam.
On the
Here we go. MMO
Retail
populations. What does this say? Okay, this one says 6K to 3K. Right now, it's looking at about 3K.
you don't log in via Steam. Most people log in via the Daybreak. It's an app launcher login.
Yeah, this is EverQuest, MMO-population.com. Surely would never lead us wrong. Ranked 0 of 143 of all MMOs. But anyways, yeah, I mean, that's cool.
So
I was playing Diablo 2 for a little bit. The original, not the original, not the remastered, the modded normal version of Diablo 2, the non-remastered version, which normally I don't like, but I decided to give it a shot, and they've done some things with the game that make it so it doesn't look so painful on the eyes. They've like upscaled it, and they've basically done the best they could, and it doesn't hurt my eyes anymore when looking at it.
Well, that's good.
I've been playing this game that I think Matt might just get addicted to. So honestly, I'm not sure if I should even mention it to him.
No,
okay, I'll do it. Twist my arm. It's called Roll, Matt. It's surprisingly similar to like. It's just rolling a bunch of dice.
I looked into it. It looks horrible.
It's surprisingly addictive. I do not know why it is as much fun as it is. You get an auto clicker, and it is a great little time. You can also hold down spacebar. It does the same thing. Hot dang, I've been playing that way too much lately. So good.
Yeah, when I play Balatro, speaking of like super fast extra speed, when I play Balatro, there's like a 4 times speed you can go through. There's also mods you can increase that speed up to 500 times. I go as fast as it can go.
Speaking about as fast as it can go, let's talk about Final Fantasy
boxes, right?
Like holy, I've been around this game for 30 plus years now. I have never seen, even Lord of the Rings was nothing like this. There is no release that's been like this. Nothing, and let's define like this, where every product that you can try to get your hands on, none of it's selling at retail. None of it's selling at MSRP.
The play boosters are under MSRP, though.
Do what?
The play boosters are under MSRP. It's about the only thing, but yeah, there's that at least.
Did they say, like $200. Did they say the play boosters were 100 or 209?
Mm-hmm.
They said that on their site. Are you certain?
I'm double checking, but I'm double checking.
Yeah, I think it was $6.99.
What? $6.99 a pack.
A pack. But I'll have it in a second.
Well, if that's, but if that's the case, then yeah, it would be close to $210.
Yeah, but the collector boxes are still staying strong, 700 plus. And I mean, I'm looking at the TCG player page right now. They've even got the pre-release packs. Those are going for 70, which is pretty dang steep. I am happy to see, though, the still very high price of the Final Fantasy gift bundles. My goodness, that is still near $200 a piece. $185. Yeah, sheesh.
It's $185 because you get one collector pack in there.
Yeah, it's very silly because the collector pack is only worth about $60.
Yeah, I know. Don't ruin this for me, Matt. Come on.
But look at the regular.
Well, you're not getting them for $180, so it doesn't matter for you.
Yeah, no, that's a good point. Yeah.
Go look at the regular bundles.
Yeah, they're like, well, it depends on where you go. I get them for $60.
My orders that I had at $69 a bundle.
Wow,
yeah, the regular bundles
for $67 right now,
like $88, which is just nuts.
Look on TCG Player.
Yeah, it's what I'm on.
Why are they higher than? Like, they're not. There's nothing. Is there anything special in them? I don't think there is.
No.
I like Final Fantasy. I'm a big fan. I played when I was younger. I haven't really played anything recently. I haven't really been interested in anything recently. I played the MMO a bit. I thought it was okay.
Which one? They had 2.
I don't know, 15, I think.
14.
14. Yeah, 14.
There's 11 and 14. And
yeah, I played the free version of it
it.
because you can go. It's free to play technically. You can play a lot of the game for free. I played it all the way up until like level 50 or 60, I think. If last time I remember looking, and it was just okay. I don't know. It wasn't like. Honestly, I think World of Warcraft's still a better game, and I still won't even play that. So,
I mean,
come on, those high fidelity graphics.
You can't really say better for any game. I mean, look at your Balatro. Like that has no appeal to me whatsoever. But it's a great.
But it is
game
the best game in its genre.
For you,
where they say better is usually somebody's opinion.
Yes.
And I think in that sense, it certainly is the most appropriate thing to him.
There'll be some people say Valheim is a better simulator than building simulator than Minecraft. And
well, no, because the statistics would not back that up. Minecraft is far more popular.
Well, but like
if you're going by popular.
Okay,
popular
so then you
vote.
should say the most popular, not the best, because what's best to one person is not to another.
To Coach's comment here, a gift bundle is more collectible than a single pack. Yeah, definitely agree with you there. But for what you get in a gift bundle, it's a single collector pack, 9 play boosters, a admittedly very cool looking spin down. I've seen a couple of the openings so far, and some promo cards. So there's no reason for that to be $185, which, hey, man, I'm the wrong person to talk to about this. This shit's probably going to be $225 by the time.
I'll bet you they're over $300 before too long.
Yeah.
Because one of the things that people don't realize is that they don't reprint those. And not just because they have collector packs in them, but they don't even reprint the regular bundles.
No, and I think that
they're too hard to get all the ancillary pieces and parts, right?
Yeah.
So if you like the art on them, if you use them for collecting, if you want to have one on your shelf, there are people. Go local LGS store, Moxman. He's got a ton of bundles behind him on his live streams. There are people that love the bundles. I like bundles personally. I've probably bought over 100 of them, of various types, and I like having the boxes, and I like the box art. Like, especially, I still haven't even opened up the TV. What do you call the horror? What was it? Duskmorn set?
Yeah,
bundle?
the weird Duskmorn one.
Yeah, and those will be a collectible over time. You know, the game is more than just collectible cards. There's all kinds of ancillary products. Would you guys not like to have products? Would you not like to have one of those giant cards? I'm envious of people like, Pleasant Kenobi that have one of those giant size cards in their background, and I've always wanted one. Now I know I could have one made, but that there are ancillary parts to Magic. Spin down counters, the little abacus counters. Yeah. Just even Scry magazines, old Scry magazines have some collectability to them, and it's nice. It gives it a more vibrant IP genre, however you want to classify it, than just having cards to play.
Oh yeah, it's a totally different way to interact with Magic the Gathering. And I mean, with the recent scarcity of some of the products, it's one of the only ways people are going to be able to get some of this. I mean, thank God they're going to have those starter kits, because that's going to be some of the only stuff left on Amazon by the end of the week.
Yeah, Nightmare Bundle. You're correct, Coach. They are Nightmare Bundles. And Merry
Christmas to everybody.
And I'm sure Robert Stale's not here, but if he comes back and watches it later, thanks for dropping by and giving us a like. Thank you to everybody. Oh, there's Time Capsule. Man, everybody likes to just pop in and say, see ya, we're out.
Well, Time Capsule's been here for well over an hour. Have a good dinner, dude.
He'll be back.
So, we are going to finally get to the, I don't know if you announced this last week, Matt, that we're going to finally get to the box break for Tarkir Commander Raids game after the show tonight. So for those members, if you're not a member, think about it. It's 99 cents a month, guys, girls, whatever. It's not going to break the bank just to become a member, and you can watch us muck it up with the Commander Raid boss and get our belly buttons pushed in.
Nah, we're gonna wreck this one. It's gonna be easy.
I don't think we did so well on the last one, right? Didn't we lose?
It took like 11 or 12 turns to win one, and then we won the first one easily.
Yeah.
We won both, but it was a little bit of a struggle.
Yeah.
So watch us struggle some more.
All right.
That's coming up later tonight. And the members, I don't want to say members only because it's a members first, right? We want to put our members first, but we believe in giving value to the entire community. We appreciate everybody that tunes in, even those that think it's Christmas in the end of May.
Oh, how do I rhyme it? Yeah, it's Christmas in the end of May, and Final Fantasy collectors to 1 fucking K.
There you go. We got our own personal rapper on the show.
No, but seriously, I think Final Fantasy collectors, like a sealed English box, probably by like 4th of July will be about 1K. People are opening that shit way more than I thought they would already. Like, don't get me wrong, it's a lot of streamers, like store owners that are doing box breaks because they're selling singles on their own site. You know,
their cost to opening is so much lower than everybody else.
Well, and then you have people like Martitious Magic, holler, shout out. I need to see if he's going to be with us for the Final Fantasy box break builds. Speaking of which, that should be coming up soon. I thought I had him locked in, and then I poked him on the show and got no response. So a little worried about that one. But if he doesn't want to do it, I'm sure we'll fill a spot easily. I'm sure we'll find somebody who wants to crack open some Final Fantasy, build a damn deck, and beat the Commander Raids boss. That's right. Only on Cardboard Odysseys.
Yeah.
I think it is.
Yeah, I don't
know
think
if anybody else is streaming our format.
But it'd be cool if they did.
Oh, dude, yeah, that would be. I would be very pleased to see if someone started doing Commander Raids and like getting viewership and more eyes on it. It'd be a proud papa kind of moment.
Well, I do hope that someday, even if it's post a posthumous honor, that people end up enjoying what we lovingly created. I think it's a fantastic format. If you've never tried it, please do join our Discord server. You can get the rules, and you can even play it solo. Like if you're just intimidated to play with other people, it's a way to play Commander all by yourself. Test out your decks. It's a way to bring in new people because it's cooperative and you play with your hands face up. If you're not sure what we're talking about, become a member. Watch the after show.
So I've been looking at the Final Fantasy set because I want to do shorts on them soon because it seems as if the shorts are doing quite well, or the content on Final Fantasy is doing quite well. So I figure I can't wait. I was going to wait until all the other shorts for the Tarkir Dragonstorm was over, but I can't. There's just the way the internet works is just not conducive. Man, I was just looking at the analytics of stuff. I also found out that if I release my shorts at noon, it's bad. If I release my shorts at 7 a.m., it's not. So apparently the release time matters a lot.
Well, you can play that YouTube algorithm game. I don't understand it. Don't trust it. Don't like it, YouTube.
But anyways, the reason why I brought that up is because I was looking at the set to do shorts on, and I got to tell you, Tarkir Dragonstorm is like miles ahead of this set as far as like cool cards.
I agree.
I had 88 shorts from Tarkir Dragonstorm. I maybe have 15, and I'm like all the way through. What color am I at? I think I was at white. I bookmarked it, so I guess I could.
Have you done the multicolored cards yet?
No, I mean, I haven't got through the whole set, and I have a fair number of them. But there's a lot of cards that I'm like, this card is okay in a very niche deck.
Yeah.
So it's like there's a lot of cards that are like specific, like the one card that gives a creature negative 99999. It's like what that card's garbage, but in very specific scenarios, it's a very good card.
You mean like if you're up against the Cactuar?
No, if there's a card called, it's got like a jaw on it. It's like an alligator eating a guy. It says something like, whenever a creature enters the battlefield, each opponent or target opponent loses life equal to the difference between the power and the toughness. And the way that Magic works with timing is that if you have a creature that enters the battlefield with a trigger on the stack, if you give your creature that entered negative 9999, each opponent will lose 9,000 something life because it'll die, but the trigger will remember its last power when it was on the field. So stuff like that is like it's such a niche, like stupid interaction that
they went really heavy.
It'll probably work.
They went really, really heavy on equipment.
Yeah, there's like a
either. Like it's just they're not very good.
Well, there is a guy. He's like a 6-drop. It's like a what's that guy called? It starts with an E. He's a 6-drop that when he enters the battlefield, you flip over cards from the top of your library, and everybody you get to play them for free.
The red guy?
Yeah,
Atali.
Yeah.
Aha! Look at that. Pat knows
So there's an
magic.
Atali. There's a
Dinosaur in Final Fantasy.
There's sort of an Atali for equipments. When I enter the battlefield, you flip over the top 6 and you get all your equipments to the battlefield. And then it equips to samurais only or some shit. And I'm like, I'm like, is there samurai decks that I don't know about that I could use this?
They leaned into sagas. And I've never been a huge fan of sagas to begin with.
Yeah, the whole saga creature thing is still kind of weird how deep they went with that. I'm not sure that I'm a huge fan. I get that it's a really big thematic crossover for a lot of folks. That would probably be a great point, but if anything, it's just more of a pain in the ass.
Now, playing it with like Lifeline on the field, if you can keep Lifeline from getting blown up, that might be all right. You familiar with Lifeline, the 5-cost artifact? That when creatures go to the graveyard, if any creatures are still in play, return all those creatures at end of turn to the battlefield.
Okay. It sounds familiar.
So when your sagas die, as long as you're staggering them, and you can keep... Like, that's a lot of ifs. Like, I agree. The set just... First off, the cards that you're like, ooh, I really like that ability, and then you go, ooh, but look at that casting cost. That's like what I heard over and over and over during spoiler season, and all these people like Strictly Better MTG and all these other people that were looking at the set, and Saffron Olive talking about cheating. Everyone's talking about, oh, you got to cheat it into play. I have heard that more for this set than any other set that I've seen in recent Magic memory. That that'd be good if you could cheat it into play. And that should be the tagline for Final Fantasy. So long as you can cheat these cards into play, whether they're enchantments or creatures or even artifacts or whatever, then this set would be great, which means they overcosted the set. It's not going to have an impact on standard. Within a month of release, it'll be back to red deck wins from, mana curve of no more than 3. And this set, you just won't even get to the cool cards. They'll never hit the table.
Yeah, I feel like they really shot themselves in the foot. I don't know if this is like statistically backing it up, but where they made standard take or have the cards stay in standard for so long. I don't understand why they did that.
Because I know why. They said why. They said that they wanted to do it because people were complaining that it's too expensive to play standard because you're constantly having to rotate, which is the very idea of standard, by the way. And people are going to do it anyways when you're pumping out 7-8 standard sets a year.
If anything, this just makes it worse now because
it does make it worse.
We have to buy more shit from.
Because, well, not only that, but if you have a miserable standard environment, you can't, like, even if they're going to start changing the power level like they did with AFR and kind of Strixhaven, that it's going to take the other powerful sets to rotate out first before these become powerful. But you just put things out in the previous set like Corey Steelcutter. So I agree. I don't understand them going with Tarkir, having so many great cards and even impacting standard. And then they get Final Fantasy, which is a standard set, a standard premium or whatever Pat tried to explain to me was not standard, not premium.
Standard premium.
Standard legal.
It's a Prandard.
It's like if double masters were to go, oh shit, power just flashed. Okay. I might lose power here. We've been having a really bad storm all day, so.
But I mean, to do it to a marquee set like this, I don't understand. If this doesn't do well over time, it could be a death knell for crossover IPs.
Well, do you think that this, as far as the collector boxes, or the collectability aspect at large, let's even go with that. Do you think this will do better or worse than Fallout? Better or worse than Lord of the Rings?
I think it's those sets that people are looking at as the reason to buy
the watermarks. Yeah.
the overpriced collector boxes. And don't kid yourself, these are way overpriced. All of the special cards that you can get, I've been watching box openings. If you haven't, go out and look at them, folks. Like, does this make you go ooh and ah when you see them pull, like a great pull? Okay, I haven't seen anybody pull the Ancient Copper Dragon yet, but that's like the best you could possibly hit. But even if that comes out meaningfully, that card's going to drop $20, $30, maybe $40. And the other one's like Kin Bonder Prodigy, which was what, a $35 card or so? Just like Crater Behemoth, that's going to become a $10 card. So, and that's what they filled the set with, was a bunch of $15 to $30 cards for the reprints, which none of them needed it. Not a one.
I don't know. Some of these search foils are like 1,000, 500,
but
600.
That's the hyper rare premium on a surge foil of a blah that like 5 people are going to get. It's not.
They're not gonna be that rare, is it?
They're going to be pretty damn rare.
And
out of a box that costs $700.
I feel like people are just overpaying right now.
Yeah, I think that it's a combination of those things. Is that realistically they're not going to be that rare. We're just not seeing a lot of people have cards in hands yet. Sealed product to open at large. But on the flip side, as always, pre-sale stuff is going to be way more expensive than it should be.
Whoa!
What up, Cosmic Seeds?
22 months. Damn, folks, that's how you do it. I'm excited about the Chocobos and the possibility of opening them in boxes I'm never going to open.
I'm not going to open a box of collector packs, but I will be opening some collector packs. So from the place that I get my boxes from, you were limited to one singular collector box, and well, I got 2, but yeah, anyways, getting one single collector box at like $640. So not like an amazing deal, but $640 out the door, no taxes, or that's all included or whatever. So it's an okay deal. The packs, they were selling individual packs for $60, which is not as good as a deal. It's like it equates to being $720 for a collector box. But I figured, I was like, I could either buy. They had a thing where you could, if you bought 12 of them, it would ship as a box. But you could only buy one box, but you could buy multiple packs, and you could buy up to 12. So I could technically buy it in 2 boxes, but one would have been at the $640 and the other one would have been at $720. And I was like, I don't want to pay $700 for a box. So I end up like hem-hawing over it, and I'm like, I'll buy like 4. I got like 4 collector packs that I'll probably open on stream for, I don't know. Maybe I won't, maybe I will. We'll see.
So I want to circle back to Pat's question and point out what Cosmic put in there. If you want to highlight his comment, he'll be dumping loads of crap at the convention to attempt. I assume that means you're going to buy some packs for the or boxes for the Golden Chocobo. Loose packs. There you go. So, do I think, and this is just a pure Robism, an MTG Bob, Game Bob kind of tinfoil hat, if you will, that the only thing that'll keep the prices high will be the hunt for the Chocobos. And I think that's probably going to be a thing that stretches on for years and years, is the hunt for Chocobos. And that would be the only thing that keeps the prices high, because I have a feeling that this set, it's not going to be well received. Like in 2-3 months, the hype of the set is the inability to get the set, right? But I think once people start opening it and go, box after box, losing $500 or $600.
Are you feeling kind of disappointed with it? I mean, you seemed pretty
with the set, yeah.
Leading
I've said it all along that I think it's the wrong set to start powering down. They should have done that with the Edge of Eternities. You don't do it with your flagship, best IP, best-selling Magic set ever. Because think about this trope in the future, right? Oh, look at the best-selling Magic set ever that was a piece of garbage that nobody plays with, nobody cares about, and the only people that care about it are people like Final Fantasy and want the art on the cards. Think about that dichotomy. I don't think this is going to be well received by players for cards.
There are good cards in the set. It's just not as good as Tarkir.
Do you think this is going to have a big impact on Standard this set?
I don't really know standard enough to know, to be honest. Probably not.
Okay, if you've played standard, it's almost over by turn 4 currently.
Yeah, I know there's a turn
over or
there's a turn
almost
1
over.
win. If you're in Merry Christmas land, you can do a turn 1 win, which is pretty
Okay,
crazy.
but I'm just saying that's what standard is. Standard is very quick. This
So
set
Dual
is
Brain,
100% opposite.
you're in that too?
Yo, what's up, Dual Brain?
You're saying lackluster, not blockbuster, huh?
Agreed. It's too slow. I've said this throughout the entire thing that they overcosted everything.
Some of these mythics are also going for crazy money, which is not going to hold. There's no way Vivi stays at $82.
That's like some of the stuff I'm looking at now is, and I never look at it from a standard format aspect because I'm just so unfamiliar with it. It's not something I've participated with since, I mean, when I was like in high school or something, right? And I'm just looking at these prices, and that's one of the big aspects of this set to me in its entirety. From when I put in my pre-orders in like February, my first thought was this is a product I buy and then I sell. That's all this has been for me. But now I'm looking at some of the cards, and it seems there are people that are really interested in getting their hands on these as far as the cards, not just like the sealed product. Don't get me wrong, the collector's boxes are its own certain type of race. But
why are they interested in getting their hands on them? Are they interested in getting them for play?
Shit,
I
if I
don't
know.
see very many cards that are going to have big impacts on play. Will you have a couple of cards that see standard play? Sure. Will you see a couple of cards that even maybe make their way into modern? Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Will you
Sure,
see
why
anything
not?
going into legacy and vintage? No. There's nothing in the set that's going to make it to that level.
I definitely see stuff that'll go into Commander. But again, I mean,
a few
it's
things,
not,
but every
it's not the same
set
thing
has
as
stuff
like
that goes into
Dragonstorm
Commander.
was, though. That was a terribly good set. Like that thing was a phenomenal release.
How many of these have you seen that you're like, I want to build a commander besides Vivi? How many cards have you seen that you really want to build a commander deck that goes, ooh, that's one I want to build a deck around?
Maybe 2, 3.
The mono black Sephiroth's pretty cool.
You want to build a mono black deck?
I would not mind a Tifa deck, in all honesty, and but that's interesting. A big green deck, big mana.
There's a mono red guy. His name is Clive. When he enters the battlefield, you discard your hand, then draw cards equal to your devotion to red, and you can pay 6 to flip it to do something else.
But realistically, there's probably as many cards that I want to build a deck as commanders in this set as there were in Tarkir Dragonstorm. There's just not enough supporting cards. The 99.
I'd say there's more in Tarkir.
That's what I'm saying. Is in this set, that's the big letdown for me. I don't care about dragons by any fucking stretch. And realistically, same thing for Final Fantasy. At least Tifa's got some good assets to chase afterwards. So like there's a bit of a selling aspect there. But the backup, the support cards, the 99, the good spells, the equipment cards, that kind of stuff, there just isn't as many of those in this as there was in Tarkir Dragonstorm. So I think they really leaned on the IP, of course.
Oh,
I mean,
that's 100% what they did. And I got a hot take for you. I think there are more commander cards out of Aftermath that I want to build decks around than Final Fantasy.
Okay. I don't agree with that at all. I mean, I'm not through the set yet, but I know there's a lot of commanders that I've seen. But like you said, there is a problem with what you're. I mean, I do agree with what you're saying. There's the problem with the things being too costly. I have found a couple cards, and I'm like, that'd be cool if it wasn't 10 mana or 9 mana or 8 mana. It is very high in some ways.
And that always leads to that kink in the armor, just like they had with the party mechanic, that you're too reliant on too many pieces to come together, because otherwise it's just not singularly powerful enough for it to do anything. You have to cheat it. You have to somehow discount it. You have to get it to where you can play it. And that's the way I felt with this entire set. This is just my 2 cents worth. Matt's a far better player than me, so you'll take his advice over mine for sure. That's my impression from watching this. I'm a bit disappointed. I'm still into the set because it'll still be something that Sherry and I get to share. But
Sherry?
Share
with Sherry. this, Final Fantasy 14 is her big jam, and
so I got to ask you, even, are you more excited for Disney Lorcana's Reign of Jafar or Magic the Gathering's crossover with Final Fantasy?
Oh, Final Fantasy by far.
Oh, okay. I mean, I'm a huge.
Again, I don't really play Standard, so I don't give a shit. Really, I only play Commander, and all honesty, I only want to play Commander Raids. And so far, there's only one card I've seen. Well, two. There are two cards that I want to build decks around for Commander Raids. You guys should know what both of them are.
I'm going with Tifa. Same reason as me.
No, you keep saying Tifa. Fucking stop it with Tifa. She's got big boobs.
Ishtola, one of them. There's
That's
like two or three different versions, so I cannot track that down.
Well, it's the one in the Commander deck, and I've told you, like anytime anybody hits the raid boss for 4 points or more, I get to draw a card.
Yeah.
So when you guys are damaging I'm like, go team, go hit it. Let me draw some cards. I think I gain life and draw cards. At any rate,
it's whenever any player loses 4. So even if you're playing against like a Bader deck that's trying to lose life, you'll draw cards from them as well.
Well, and it could be if it's any player. Are you sure it's any player? Can we pull that card up? Let's not guess about it. Let's be like a professional.
I'm not guessing. It says whenever on each turn, whenever a player loses 4 life, you draw a card. even if you lose 4 life yourself, because there's a card that
if the boss does 10 points of damage to all of us, do I draw 4 cards?
Yeah.
Shit,
it's whenever each player.
Yes.
There's also there's a black kill spell that says something like you pay 4 life, and I think it has a buyback 4 life is what it is. So obviously doing that every turn, you draw cards, and you'll lose a lot of life, but you'll draw cards.
Well, I'm just saying that, I think that will pair well with Commander Raids. I think it's a good fit for Commander Raids. And the other one was the one that's sort of like a group slug commander, that Lightning Army
of One.
Yeah. So those two, but that's if you want to look at it, corner case for me for Commander Raids. And I don't care what Matt says. I like the Buster Sword. I like the ability. I get it. It doesn't give you protection. I still like it.
I don't care what Bob says. I love Tifa.
Yeah, but do you even know what she does? Could you name?
Yeah, when a land comes in, she does something like like more stuff.
Because I'll be honest, I couldn't tell you what she does.
Double her power.
She buff. Yes.
Yeah.
But you got to figure out a way to be putting in a bunch of lands every turn.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
That's exactly it. It's just going to be like a big dumb green deck with a huge titted chick as the leader. Sounds fucking great. She's going to ride dinosaurs.
Counting lands in green, dude.
So Y'shtola is significantly weaker than we thought. So it's at the beginning of each end step. If a player lost 4 or more life, draw a card. So
it's not
pretty
each
bad.
player.
Nope. Well, it's not even when it happens. It's just at the end of the turn.
Yeah,
it's pretty bad.
No, I still get to draw a card if the raid boss hits all of us. I still get to draw a card if any player does damage in excess of 4 or more to the raid boss. It's still good. No, it's still good.
It's significantly weaker than I thought it would be.
Okay, but it's still good.
It's all.
I think it's still going to be a very good Commander Raids commander.
At least it's cheap enough. That's the thing. Is like, I'm playing Ureni, which is like a fucking 10 drop. So this is definitely a dichotomy of a different.
But I definitely have a want about this commander for our box break. She's only in the
commander deck, yeah.
Or probably also in the collector box, but it doesn't matter. So yeah, that sucks. I wish she was in the regular set.
Well, really, good chance you get Lightning, or Tifa.
No, she's a mythic, so
that'll be the next evolution of our Commander Raids. We pick a precon from the set, and then you buy a box to upgrade it. A little bit more expensive, but kind of fun.
Dear sweet God,
buying a precon.
Yeah, you take a precon, you buy a precon, you build that that's your starting. You have to use one of the commanders as the face, and then you open a box to make it better.
I could see that, but that's going to start getting pretty pricey. But
it's pricey out the gate.
I mean, precons are you're spending $120 on a box or $180 depending on where you buy it from, or $100 depending.
Right.
I think 140 is about the cheapest we're seeing for this set.
Well, we could also look at this like in retrospect, get something like Zendikar. Get a Zendikar Rising precon for like $30 fucking dollars.
I was gonna say most precons are cheap. Well, I shouldn't say most of them are less than $50.
Not Zendikar. Let's not do Zendikar.
No,
I'm
but
not saying do it every
thought.
time. I'm just saying it'd be a fun version of doing it.
It's
I would do it. I have a plethora of commander decks behind me. I would open. I would probably open the cheapest one and then upgrade that with a box.
I'd still rather do it with the current sets so that I can stay engaged with current product.
It would be with the current set. That's what I'm talking about. You get a precon and then you upgrade it with the current set. The precon doesn't have to be from the set. I think it would be fun to do it with the current set.
No, I think it must be a precon from that set.
It doesn't have to. We can make the rules do anything.
Yeah. I don't want to do it if it's just any precon. And then
right. I get a Crimson Vow precon.
Hell yeah. $20.
So cheap. The guy gave it to me. It was just in the garbage can.
You got Strafan over here. Ooh. He's the one commander of the deck that I have set together. That's still... Huh?
Does he have vanishing on him?
What, Stefan?
Yeah. Put it back up in the camera.
Oh.
Because it went invisible. Green screen.
Magic.
Magic.
It's my one commander deck that I have that is just the precon. I haven't done anything to it. It is just a sleeved precon deck that just sits on my shelf doing nothing. For the very few occasions that I need it.
We'll see. Let's hope I'm wrong. Let's for the sake of all of Magic the Gathering-dom, let's hope that I'm very, very wrong about this. Let's hope that I'm just... It feels very much like AFR. I'm just going to say it that way. There was plenty of fine cards in AFR. Mystical Dispute. Old Gnawbone is fine. Tasha's Hideous Laughter. There's a number... Zorn. There's a number of really good cards in AFR. But the set as a whole felt like a nut punch compared to sets around it. So that's kind of how this feels to me. It's like, what? And all these people that were smoking the copium saying, oh, don't worry about the release schedule. They're going to reveal better and better cards. No, they didn't.
Those crystals were pretty cool, but yeah, no.
Again, with the crystals, they're over.
I'm fine with this set. Like, I would give this a solid, it's fine as far as Magic the Gathering
I would give
goes.
it a solid 5.
I don't have a number yet. I'm not through the whole set. I'm only in red.
I would have given Tarkir probably a 7. I'd give this a 5. I'd give Ikoria a 7.5. I would give M21 an 8. I would give Urza Saga a 10.
Ikoria definitely goes higher on that scale for me, but
Tarkir Dragon Farm was like it might be the best set that they've ever released. It's probably a 10. If you're talking about overall how good the set was, I think, at least for me, I don't see any set that's even close.
If you put it straight up against Urza Saga, except for Commander, it would whoop the shit out of it.
Not even close.
Well, you're out of your mind.
There's so many. There's 88 playable cards in Commander. I guarantee you couldn't even find.
No. I'm saying outside of Commander.
Well, who cares?
With the Gaia's Cradles and the Tolarian Academies, no. Urza Saga would blow it out of the water. If you drafted. If I drafted Urza Saga and you drafted Tarkir, Urza Saga is going to beat it.
Marvel Spider-Man.
I don't think that's true.
Boxes are the same price as Final Fantasy. Sweet.
I bet you the strength of Urza Saga is much lower than you think it is. Urza Saga. Let's go take a gander at these cards.
God, it's already $550 for Spider-Man collector booster boxes.
I know that's your jam, and I don't want to poo-poo on it just yet.
Oh, I doubt it's going to be a good set. I just like Spider-Man. Like, as far as the comics and TV shows and stuff, yeah, that's fine. They're going to do a terrible fucking job on it. You think I didn't feel bad when Adventures in Forgotten Realms was like a terrible thing? Yeah, I grew up like reading about Drizzt and Bruenor and all the, companions of the hall. It's like, I'm fine with it being a travesty. There are probably going to be some cool looking cards, though. Whatever this
I'm
I got
not excited about
Spider-Man,
like,
but not a lot.
at all. It's
I watched a lot of Spider-Man growing up, a lot of Batman.
I like Spider-Man. It's not a bad, like, I don't dislike it.
Not a bad
I watched
idea.
the majority of the movies. I just don't. I don't know. It just doesn't do anything for me. For Magic.
Yeah, it's yet again another weird fucking crossover. This one's super non-thematic. Like, it's not even close. I mean, at least with Warhammer 40K, for some reason, like, the dark universe that they live in seems like it kind of fit in well enough. But I mean, The Walking Dead, the fuck was that? I mean, legitimately, it was a TV show. Felt really weird. Spider-Man, these things on cards, it's going to be extra weird. Some of the stuff they already previewed.
You think they're gonna have a Mary Jane? She gonna be red?
I just want to point out that that's an epic name in chat there.
Villager NPC? Yeah, I saw that. I was like, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that is a dope name, dude. Welcome to the show.
Don't worry. They're going to say something racist and we're going to have to block them. So don't comment too hard.
Yeah, we have had to ban 2 people already. I didn't even see what they said.
Well, here's the thing about Spider-Man.
Like,
I agree.
Downfall of the Eastern government or some shit. I just that one had to be quick. Yeah, it's
like with Spider-Man. To your point, it's all Metropolis. Whenever you think of Spider-Man, it's web slinging and swinging in the middle of New York City.
Yeah,
right. It's like
now I can tell you a game that Spider-Man fits perfectly into. And that's only because it's really more of like a superhero kind of game anyways. Alpha Clash. If they did a crossover of Spider-Man with Alpha Clash, that would be huge because like it's already good.
I forget who it was, but I started talking to them a little bit more about Alpha Clash. One of my buddies in like real life, he does some collecting from time to time. And he got a couple of boxes of Alpha Clash. And he's like, it seemed really interesting. I got some of the Kickstarter product, but the artwork didn't really like speak to me. And I was like, oh yeah, they changed it. Like after the second set, they decided a dramatic shift in how they drew all of their cards. The entire artwork for the entire series going forward just changed. Boom. After I think the second set, and all their new stuff looks really good. It's like right off a comic page, just like it should be.
So and what they were. So I actually know the reason behind this. I watched a developer interview with Covenant. The Covenant. Yeah, there's a YouTube channel called The Covenant. So basically, what happened is that they were doing what normal TCGs do is they make the card, and then if there's a lore reason for it, then they find a way to make the lore around the card. Because you're thinking of like the play first, but then the card comes in later. So what they're doing now, instead, they're changing that. They want the world to feel more alive. They're trying to do more things with the lore, and they actually have an official comic, and I think maybe a cartoon series. I know for sure a comic. I don't know about cartoon series, but anyways. So now what they're doing is they're making the comic first, and then they're making the cards using the art from the comics. Like literally, like sometimes literally just like copy pasted from the card or from the comic books. You'll even see like the chat bubbles on the right, like of the card itself. And I think those might be special versions that have like the chat bubbles.
Well, if you want to know something interesting, Magic the Gathering has already done exactly that. Like, I don't know why this was not made like big news or anything, but Adventures in the Forgotten Realms, the Magic the Gathering crossover set, a large majority of that artwork is from a book. Like it's just from
from Vol of Guides of Monsters, I think, right?
Forgotten Realms. Yeah, they did the same thing. They just ripped all the fucking artwork right off.
So
I'm cool with it.
I wanted to bring this up for Villager NPC. He was because I'm so good at this YouTube thing.
Welcome to the rodeo. There it is.
So you came in to us talking about Spider-Man, and to give you a little bit better frame of reference,
there's an actual taxi on the thing. Anyway,
we're talking about how Spider-Man, if you look in the background, he's doing exactly what I was talking about, web slinging and swinging through New York City. How is that in any way related to swords and sorcery that Magic is known for? I mean, Final Fantasy is far more on theme. Lord of the Rings is far more on theme. Spider-Man, well, you know, I don't know how to really
and
say
it is,
that.
Again, very specifically
fashion.
New York City. That is one of the things that like cannot be looked over. So when they
the multiverse, right?
Well, that's the thing. It's either one, they're going to do the hand wave and say, "Hey, Spider-Man is just another multiverse, and it's whatever. Suck it, guys," or they're going to have to redo this entire set as like universes within. And I think they're just like kind of giving up on that as much as they can.
Well, they're not even going to do that. Like for Arena, even they're not going to even be Spider-Man cards. What are they called? What is that new thing they're doing with it?
Universes within?
No, the Obverse or whatever it's called. Come on, Coach.
Oh, because of the IP they fucked
Omen
up
Path.
on.
There we go.
Yeah,
that's
Omen
what they're
Path.
calling it now.
Omen
So where
Journey?
it won't be Spider-Man, it'll be string swinging
Slippery Bob.
Order Porker.
Man Spider.
You know, that arachnid man. Arachnid person.
So Bob, with all of this awesomeness that we can look forward to with Spider-Man, is that just driving you towards the edge of eternities even more? I mean, come on.
No.
Space magic.
I think Edge of Eternity is going to be a banger set. That's my prediction. I think it's going to be really good.
That pre-order.
So you're going to say that they did a banger set of Tarkir.
Yep.
Gave a proctology exam to Final Fantasy, and then make a banger set out of Edge of Eternities?
I'd rather them make banger sets out of real Magic IP than other ones.
Well, what I'm saying is the only thing that I could see that would even support that at all is that they want people to say, yeah, we don't want Universes Beyond. We'd rather buy Magic IP itself.
They should. That's what they should do.
Because of the IP. It's because the cards suck. Wow. Good luck draining money from future IP holders when you need to boost Magic again because it became stale. And
I'm not saying it's a good idea to make shit sets of IPs that aren't Magic. I'm just saying
bad idea.
I don't know what their thought process was with
me neither, man. That's why I'm shaking my head with this whole thing. I was so excited, and I'm still throwing
Monster Hunter crossover would be really good.
I'm throwing more at this set than I've spent on Magic in the past 2 years.
I'd be fine with a Hunter crossover.
So,
Monster Hunter would be really good. There's a lot of monsters that would be pretty badass to be able to summon and play.
Well, we've talked about that. Pretty badass. Bob, did you want to talk about some of those upcoming secret layers before we close out for the night? Well,
not really.
This episode.
I can go too close.
But there's more Final Fantasy we could buy.
I'd rather talk about some of the shenanigans since we only have a few minutes left, because I think that's really what people are facing. If you want my 2 cents worth, and I think we should each go and talk about it with this set, I have a feeling this set is going to drop drastically in price.
Yep.
After release, I really
no way play boxes stay that price.
And I agree with you, and it could affect other things. Pre-release kits maybe going down, like when people really don't give a shit about the set. If they really,
it should only be $40. That's what the LGS is charging me. Like they're not up.
Okay, well, many LGSs are charging $100, $120, or $60 or $75. Most of them that I've talked to around here, it's $60.
Wow. Well, Mr. Cards of Comics in Mayfield, he's $40. He's a good dude. He ain't getting price gouging.
Well, you know, Ground Zero, he always goes off of TCG low.
Yeah, I don't like Ground Zero.
Well, guess what? Recess charges whatever they think they can get out of people.
I don't like Recess either. There's a reason why I go to Mr. Cards of Comics in Mayfield.
And Sweets and Geeks, we've already seen their pricing. You remember that, Pat?
Yeah, they're awful.
I don't know, man. I got a box of Andes for like $1.99. I feel as though
the candy is
great.
Okay, the candy is great. The sweets part of the Geeks is fine.
And if you want Funko Pops, they've got the biggest Funko Pop section I've ever seen in my life.
It was
section.
unacceptable.
It's like in half of the store.
Yeah.
Like I'll bet you could get all kinds of discounts on Funko Pops, but you remember the prices even on the D&D merchandise you were looking at, Matt?
Oh,
Well, they're close to MSRP on pretty
you.
much everything, and all their board games were super expensive. Like everything
Their
was
dice was super expensive. Anyways, but I think if you don't have to have Final Fantasy at release, if it's not a must-have FOMO, I would say I don't follow Pokemon that much. We really don't cover it much here, but we do try to follow other TCGs. But I'm just saying that right now is probably the pinnacle of Final Fantasy. I love you too, Sherry Vegas. I can't get a thought out. That hold on. My advice to anybody who doesn't need to have it right now, who doesn't need to get out there while everybody's got it in hand, wait and see how the public reacts to it. I will bet within 6 months, you're going to find far more reasonable prices. Forget about the collector boxes. The collector boxes, if you didn't nab them early and get them at a decent price, you're not going to. That's never. People are what you have is sunk cost, right? If you just look at what people have spent on TCG Player, people aren't going to go, oh shit, that dropped in price. Let me sell them off. They'll just do like I do with things and just hold on to them. They'd rather hold on to it than lose 200 right off the rip per box. So I don't think that those are going to go down, and the Chocobo Hunt may keep it suspended, high for a while. So forget about the collector boxes. Just forget about it. If you don't have one at a decent price, and you're never going to get those at a decent price. I don't think you're ever going to see those, even if they drop below $500. I don't think you'll ever see another collector box below that.
You won't even see the Japanese ones below $4. I think that's like my guess. Honestly, I wish we had somebody like a very attentive person in our subscribers, wink, wink, that would keep track of these wild guesses of ours. I don't think that Japanese booster boxes, the collectors, will be under $4. And I really doubt that the collector boxes English will be ever under 666. I mean, honestly, this is probably about as low as they're going to be.
You may see the play boosters go lower. I would hold on. And certainly if you just want the cards, wait. This is going to get massively opened.
I can get the play boosters right now for $140 shipped, and I still don't buy them. Like I just don't. Realistically, what I actually should do, now that I'm thinking about it, I should cancel my Amazon orders.
Okay, yeah.
Because my Amazon orders are $144, but it's also plus tax
and shipping. Or tax.
It's going to be like $150 or $160. I really should cancel these. Final Fantasy.
But for me, again, I just keep running the numbers on the gift bundles I have ordered. Even at where we are now, I'm going to 50% increase on where my investment on it. So I'm just happy about that aspect of it. And the play booster boxes, I'm going to be very excited to like make a deck with you guys. I look forward to that experience. So like I'm glad I've got what I've coming, but glad I didn't overspend and chase after collector stuff to get a golden Chocobo.
A couple of quick things. First off, Villager NPC, what's our favorite card out of what game? What are we talking
I assume Final Fantasy.
Secondly, one last thing as like a word of caution for buying power out there. If you can't get the commander decks at a reasonable price, I am 100% certain those are going to get reprinted.
I bought one for $300, a whole set. I think that's probably about as
I think
low
$240 is the number to shoot for because they came out at $69. They're going to come out at that again. They might even dip below that. We've seen that before where they come back, even with Lord of the Rings.
I have a feeling if you can get them for under $300, you're good.
Old games is this? Magic the Gathering? Or are you talking about EverQuest behind me, or what are we talking about? Because Magic's not that old. I mean, the OG is old, but
I'll say Magic's 30 years old plus.
Okay, but Final Fantasy isn't. Final Fantasy
is also even out years plus.
Okay, Bob, favorite card in Magic the Gathering?
All of
overall?
It.
Yeah, 100% across the board. You can say basic land if you want.
Maskwood Nexus.
I feel that.
That plays out pretty well.
Yeah, that tracks 100% across the board. Matt,
what about you, Matt? Okay, go ahead, Matt.
I mean, I'm so ADD. I'm like just constantly bouncing around to different things. Right now, it's Balin. Balin's busted. The rabbit. This deck. This one is like, I don't know if it's gonna do the thing. Yeah,
the Haymaker.
Yeah, Haymaker is wild. I made a Heir Apparent deck where you just play like all the 2-drop bunny rabbits that make tokens, and holy crap, it's stupid.
Do you like it better than your Animar?
Yeah, it's more fun because it's just like, well, I shouldn't say it's more fun. You'd hate playing against it because I just win. Like turn 4, turn 5, I just win. Just play Heir Apparent.
Why would I hate
tap
that?
the
I
tokens.
don't care if you win.
Well, because it's just like, in order for me to win, it's like I play a Heir Apparent, I tap them to draw a card, play a Heir Apparent, tap them to draw a card, and then eventually I'll
kill yourself for half an
so
hour.
I'll twiddle my asshole for about fucking 20, 30 minutes, and then I'll
get
win.
out of here. I would hate that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay,
like you'll hate it because
I'm gonna go make
I'll
a
win,
sandwich.
but it'll
Tell
take a
me
little bit.
when you won.
And I think mine, surprising as it might be, Morophon the Boundless.
Really? Not Kaikar?
No,
Ooh.
because Kaikar goes in Morophon. You can totally play that way.
Wow.
Morophon is everything,
Adam,
so it can be a goblin deck, it can be an elf deck, it can be whatever you want it to be. And
you mean it's a
as much as I love it,
thing?
I also hate Morophon the Boundless. There are versions of it that I think are the ugliest fucking thing. Kids drew them, and I'm supposed to be like happy about that. No, I think it's stupid, and I like that it literally draws emotion for like out of me, and I think that not a lot of Magic the Gathering cards do.
So I would very much like to answer both of your questions, Adam, the editor. You're going to have to tune in next week if you really want an answer for that, because we're already late getting to the member first section of the show. So if you want to be a member and you want to ask more questions, we're going to be there in just a minute. We have a guest that's waiting on us, so we can't really stretch this out. Would love to have you come back again next week, Adam, the editor, and ask some more questions. Same thing for you, Villager NPC, with I'm going to vote probably the best name I've ever seen in chat. I
don't know. I think Time Capsule's pretty baller.
You're not bothering us. It's just we have a schedule we have to stick to. So Thank you everyone for who's showing up tonight. Appreciate the questions. If you want to become a member, remember it's only 99 cents. Just click on the become a member thing. For the members, can you drop the link in chat here? Oh, awesome. Thank you for becoming a sub. There's a link that's the member link. Is that what it is?
Yes, sir. I'm surprised at how steadily I got that.
We're in just a few minutes.
I was working on trying to get it
on our custom format for Magic the Gathering called Commander Raids, just as a teaser for the new folks. And we'll see the rest of you next week, and we'll see the members in just a couple of minutes.
Yep.
Bye, y'all. This is part.